According to you, just a person, what is a man?
I answer from the Xhosa perspective.
Please, when you hear the term toxic masculinity,
It's like words like gaslighting.
give me positive traits of masculinity.
Positive trait is
Phew, I think when you said men are selfless, I had to take a drink. How are you fathering differently?
it's okay to be soft as a man.
So men have feelings?
We do. The most likely person to break into my house is a man. I've never seen Cicely, and I was like, yeah. I went, did my nails. It was such a nice experience.
Really?
I wanted to. So like African names carry a lot of weight.
I know.
Right. I used to call him a trust fund babe because they say, what are you bringing to the table?
Is sex the most important thing to men?
I'll tell you what sex is.
Okay, first, is blue balls a thing? Like
it is. Ooh.
Like Gazini. Do men feel unseen now in today's generation? And the reason the suicide rate is so high for men is because you
felt unseen.
Really?
You just there to serve a purpose.
We can't say Tata and then you guys go cheat on us with girls that call you dude. So no, I'm calling you dude. Hi, cool. Hi guys, welcome back. It's OJ and friends. We're doing a catch-up sessions with people that are dear friends and people that I think can share something, you know, a little nugget or two or something. So let's go with something. You got something?
Yeah.
You got something?
I have a few things.
You've got things. Okay. In honor of, I don't know if it's Men's Health Month or Men's Mental Health Month or Men's Growing Your Beard Month. I don't know what month it is, but it's for men. That's all I know.
Yeah. As far as I know, it's Men's Mental Health Month. Okay. Because we don't talk enough about it.
Ooh, okay.
You're
good to go. Okay. And please, before we even carry on, don't say, why don't we have women's mental? Please, no, pause. We don't want any of that energy now here. Leave that at the door, you know? We're here to focus on the mensies, so let's focus on the mensies.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Spoomsy, a friend, a brother, a dad, a husband. What else are you?
Just a person. Just a person trying to do his best every day.
According to you, just a person, what is a man?
So may I answer from the Xhosa perspective?
Please.
From a Xhosa perspective, you taught as a man to be relentless. You taught never to turn back. So what does that mean? It means if you make a promise, you keep it.
Damn. So your word is your bond.
Your word is your bond.
And honor and integrity are important.
Yeah.
Man.
It's like when you set an alarm, you say, Uvuga or 5 a.m. Uvuga at 5 a.m. It's a promise you made to yourself. No one else was involved. You just
How
made
is this taught? How is this taught? Like, is it instilled in how they groom you guys as children? Do you think specifically your family? I don't want to speak.
Yeah. No, it's mostly in little things. Such as the food. You can eat this, you can't eat that.
Okay.
Forgo this, you can't do that. In my family, I'm the official slaughterer, right? So there are certain things that I can't do leading up to the slaughter.
Really?
Yeah. Like for example, we call it ukzila.
Yes.
Basically, you can't have the thing, intimacy. Would sometimes sleep on the floor.
Okay.
You can't get riled up or angry.
Okay. Okay, EQ.
Yeah. You forgo certain foods, certain things, certain places.
Ukzila is too fast.
Basically. Yeah, it's too fast, yes, basically. Right. So you become in a state of focus.
Sounds like you go into monk status.
Yeah. It's basically that.
That's beautiful.
Because for us, you know, different topic, but Africans were easy to convince about Christianity and all these things. because
I didn't plan this. Let's go.
Because we believed in a God. We believed in connecting. We believed
yes,
that
we believed in a higher power.
We didn't create ourselves, right? So that's the thing. So but the consistency that I've seen, I could be completely wrong, but that I've seen in a lot of religions and cultures is shut up, connect yourself, speak to yourself, speak to your soul, speak to the voice inside your head. And in the Xhosa culture, there's a lot of that where tula.
And mind, center yourself, mind your being.
Tula. Uzimamele. So then for us, being a man is then a big part of that. There are faults, but that's the essence of it.
That's beautiful.
Shut up. And
okay, so now that you've shared this thing about how it's instilled in you, I'm assuming as you're growing up, but also let's say maybe I didn't grow up in your culture, I get adopted by a Xhosa family and I come live in the Xhosa lens where this is still practiced, because I don't know how we're doing in the city, because in the city it's the gazelling a little bit. Would I get taught the same things? Let's say they adopt me at 13 or 14. Would I get taught these things?
So if we take my wife and I, for instance, we grew up different areas, different places, different times.
Okay.
But through interactions with older wives, she's learned to do.
So it can be learned.
Yeah, it can be learned. It's not incredibly difficult.
Okay. Your favorite memory with your dad? If you can think of one, I'm sure there's many, but your favorite memory, or one of your favorite memories.
Karate. So he used to do judo. So yeah, he was that guy.
Did you guys go together to judo lessons, or
no?
He
used to do his judo thing, and then my brother and I used to go for karate lessons. And I really enjoyed that because you would come back home and just show off,
to him.
Oh
man, how do you think men have changed between? Do you think men have changed between his generation and your generation?
They have.
Are you fathering differently? Are you existing differently as a person?
I try to.
Okay.
The soft love thing. I tried.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. This is my belief. I could be completely wrong.
Yeah.
But also, men needed to be desensitized to things. Right.
What do you mean?
So, if you look at Africa, Africa is big. You can feel the whole Europe in a lot of South Africa and Zimbabwe and a little bit. But people, like our people, needed to move from the Congo, walk down.
Migration,
right? Who was there in the front? Who was killing the animals? Who was killing other people?
It wasn't me. I know. I was chilling in the caves, making sure when y'all done.
Yes. So men needed to be desensitized to things.
Okay.
Right. So they needed to be hard. They needed to be desensitized to things. But even now, you see some men, if Bulalingo who kills a chicken, then it's a thing. Like, but men needed to be desensitized
for that survival.
So you were in the forefront, and you needed to go.
Yeah, and danger was here.
And quite
all
often,
the time.
danger was here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But you needed to go. Kill or be killed.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're constantly in your state of fight or flight.
Yes. So you needed to go. But now we settled. It's right.
We've created some form of security.
So we're starting to learn that we can be different.
Yeah. Starting to learn is the operative word here because, y'all. Okay. Okay. So you're saying the difference then between their generation and our generation, y'all generation, is because, is we're going through the adjustment of learning that we don't have to be in that survival fight or flight mode all the time.
Yes, I would say that. But still, there's an expectation. So if we hear gulu gulu in the house at night, my wife still expects me to get up. Go, come.
What's that?
What's that? So again, I need to be desensitized to the fear
to an extent,
to the thing,
yeah,
right. But I need to be alert enough to say, yeah,
that's wild. I have a taser and pepper spray in my house and in my car. So I don't know what y'all going through as men who have to have all these things. So I'm just like, yo. So I'm going to refer to my questions a little bit because a girl is going through some things, okay? I did not cram this. When you hear the term toxic masculinity, I'm rolling my eyes because, yeah, bora, but also I'm curious, Guti, because I hope it's fading out of the fashionableness of it. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like the word fashionable. There are some bad traits
of
being a man, right? And being masculine. But there are some bad traits. Is it a broad, all-encompassing statement? No, I don't believe it is. Does it have its use cases? Yes. We absolutely have horrible behavior that we should discontinue as men. Horrible things such as abuse, horrible things such as financial, mental abuse, that just because I have money doesn't.
For now.
Yeah. For now. That doesn't mean that I'm then a better person than my spouse.
Yeah.
And I have the right to
control, make decisions, sideline. Oh, look at me talking about my trauma.
Is it a statement that is used
overly?
Yeah. Sometimes it is. It's like words like gaslighting. What?
Listen, can I tell you, till this day, I don't think I fully understand what gaslighting means. Because I think every time somebody uses it in one of the YouTube shorts that I watch, I'm just like, that's not the same understanding the last video. And then I go watch the YouTube psychologist and they're like 10 examples of when you are being gaslit. And then I watch another one and I'm just like, yo, it sounds like everyone who talks to me is just gaslighting me. At this point. So I'm just like, as men, guys, like, let's stop it.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's a thing sometimes in context.
Okay. So give me positive traits of masculinity.
Positive trait is protection. Protect. Like I used to have big arms, right?
Right.
So I didn't ask for them. They were just there.
Testosterone.
Exactly.
You guys, do men understand the gold that is testosterone? I don't think men fully understand the gold that is testosterone for y'all. In fact, they do. That's why they're coming into female sports now.
Yeah. So there's good parts about it. There's protection. There's I don't think it's a positive thing, but there's just this level of I need to.
That's a care. That's a sort of selflessness where you prioritize other people.
Yeah. A lot, not everyone, but a lot of men are selfless. They are people that want to do things for others. Be it
others or just females?
The female thing is nice. There's a blood. There's intimacy. There's
but I'm just saying, I get it. But I think when you said men are selfless, I had to take a drink because I was like,
so a lot of times is Mnandayaz Plandivuka. I'm like, 4:30.
Why are you up at 4:30, my guy? You don't have a crash go. Is your child a crash going citizen?
Yeah, he's a crash going
citizen. Crash going citizen.
But that's the thing. So I normally wake up, then I pray, meditate, then I try, not all the time.
You're part of the 4:30 a.m. gang.
Then I try, and then that's also the time I can spend time with my kid, you know.
Before
we wake up, we play, then bath,
check on him.
Okay. Here's a new thing. That's scary, and that's the.
What does that mean?
So it's like he's scared of something, right?
Okay.
And that's, I suppose that's the benefit of being a man, like where you know your family can count on you, even your 3-year-old knows
that must be a beautiful feeling.
Dada has this. He's got me.
So now I understand when I hear the lines like, my dad used to be Superman to me, or I used to look at my dad like, you know, that's beautiful. How are you fathering differently?
It's more understanding, because we grew up in an era where it was more.
Y'all, don't be calling no cops on our parents now. Look at how well we turned out.
Yeah.
And we went through the.
So.
What did you get? Did you get the belt, the stick, the kitchen towel,
got the shoe,
the wooden spoon, the shoe,
everything.
I also got everything. I swear.
Everything.
I got a plate one time.
If you have
plate full of food,
because my mom is like, too expensive, China.
Why?
Sleeper.
Okay.
So.
All right.
So there was a lot of hardness, but to be fair, the world was hard
on them. That's
the world was hard on them.
Yeah.
So they
used what they knew.
They used what they knew.
Yeah, and their tools were limited. Let's be real.
Yeah. So tools limited. It was a hard world.
Yeah.
It was really hard.
And also, if we're using the definition of Ubuntu, I am because you are.
Yeah.
So if I am living in the times that our parents were living in, and I'm shaped by who my parent was, like imagine what that skill set that was passed down was, because our grandparents were living through Epitompas, which is wild.
Yes, like for example,
why are you in the street at 6:30?
This used to be a Scottish Army post. There's probably dead people here. I don't know.
This right here.
this area, this whole
area.
Yeah, used to be a Scottish Army post, right?
Wild.
Because if you look at the Anglo-Boer War and South African history, so when gold was discovered, Afrikaners used to stay here, and then the English learned.
I can tell by the architecture.
Yeah.
yeah.
Then the English learned. Oh, there's gold there, and then they went and fetched people from all over the world,
popped up
to come and fight with and for them, including recruiting the Zulu people to come and fight and for them. So having said
no wonder the Dutch are so proud.
Yes. So having said that, this was never a place for us to access. So growing up in that era, knowing that I can never go there, I can never live there at least. But now.
Can't tell me nothing.
Exactly.
That's my attitude now. Okay. What do you think that you're teaching your child that you were never taught?
It's okay to be soft as a man. It's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to say, I don't have it together. You know.
Important.
A lot of times as men, we expect it.
To have it together.
Sometimes I'll go
Yeah. And that's the need for a mental health month. Why is this month not marketed as? I know I can really hear Njabulo in my head, but like I just feel like this month needs way more attention than it gets. I think it needs a little bit more attention than a random like, oh, are they growing their beards now because it's November type thing? You know what I mean? Like, oh, yes, it used to be called Movember.
Yeah.
You guys to grow their beards or all this. I just feel like we're ignoring the societal pressures that you guys face. We'll get to the societal pressures, but now I wanted to talk about men allowing themselves to feel things. And I think I'm just going to ask a blatant, stupid question, but like, so men have feelings?
We do. Just to go back to what you were saying.
Yeah.
We need that recognition for women. We need it. Otherwise, we would lose our minds.
I think from society at large, you can't just be women because we're part of the problem. Yeah. There has to be us and you.
Yes.
So all the genders in between.
But yeah, for me, we've always needed that thing of recognizing women for what they do. You guys carry the kids.
You're saying you guys needed. Okay.
Yeah. So we needed to see that more. It needed to be brought up more. So I am for that.
No, 100%.
I have a son. I have a 3-year-old. Is it okay for him to be hard to grow up as a no?
Isn't it? Because listen, the things that we expect of you, let's be real. Kudlu.
Yeah.
Hambo check.
We're
on the road, flat tire.
Hambo check.
Tire pumpil. We are somewhere, petrol. I mean, sure, because I'm strong, I'll help you push the car. But generally, I'm just going to be like eating if I go to try. That's all I'm doing.
I know exactly.
You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, to an extent, because there's the theory and the discussion of that we're raising soft boys.
Yeah.
And not to sound controversial, but it might be problematic.
Relatively, it is. Because look, we all have a role, right? I stay in a standalone house, and the most likely
I'll drop the address in the description.
The most likely person to break into my house is a man.
Is a dude.
Yeah, I've never seen Cislina like, yeah. Keep it forward.
You're totally carpet.
I was Cislina. Hey,
Cislina has been doing karate all her life. She's going to jump the wall.
Yeah. So men, there is that hardness that is needed, right?
Yeah.
To
an extent.
To an extent.
Right.
So we are not franchises of each other, where sometimes you see Happy Father's Day. I'm both a mother and a father. Happy Father's Day to me. No.
Guys, you know how this country has I think excellently ignored Black Friday? Let's stop doing that just as quickly as Black Friday was just a hype for like I think 3-4 years max in this country.
Yes.
Let's kill that thing of when a holiday is celebrating a specific person, gender, you insert yourself. Let's stop inserting ourselves. It's not cool.
Exactly. So men need that hardness.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't ask for my strength. I didn't ask that I could lift things.
Yeah.
It's just nature.
Yeah.
Sometimes don't be too clever and too explanatory about nature. It's your nature. You can lift it. The person that can lift it lifts it.
Okay, so you guys have feelings answered. And because I think our understanding as women generally is just that men feel 2 or 3 emotions, which is hunger, because y'all stay asking for food, hunger, anger. I mean, anger is being polite. I mean, rage. And the desire for sex. It just seems like that's pretty much. And then all the myriad of feelings in between, being upset, being irritated, being annoyed, being tired, and I mean, all their feelings are so many, being exhausted, being, being happy, being pleased or satisfied or curious. We decide all of those are ours. How does that feel for y'all when we decide that your range of emotion is 1 + 1 +? That's it. Have you seen this? Where
no, I have.
A woman is confused by a man who expresses his feelings.
No, I have. I cry easily. Oh, me, I
Makes
cry.
2 of us.
Me, I cry.
I'm a crier now. I never used to cry.
Me, I cry. Especially now. Now that I'm older, I'm like, crying is so nice.
So you've actually let yourself get to a place where you're like, I'm more liberal about this. I'm allowing myself to be here.
I cry now. I've seen my brother cry twice in 40 years.
How old is your brother?
My brother is 46.
That's urgent. So why he ain't crying? I'm gonna need your brother's number. So yeah, how does that feel for you guys too? When we treat you like, why do you have so many feelings?
It always comes back. If you are really a responsible person, you would always come back to what is my role? What is my purpose? Right?
That's wild.
If I'm here crying,
really?
Booyah.
No, I mean, yo, that's wild.
Cool.
Okay. Do you have any stories about maybe one of your guy friends having experienced a woman who couldn't handle him being emotionally expressive? Because I know I've experienced that with my guy friends who've gone on dates, and if the guy says, "Oh, I'm not comfortable with this," you can see the spazzing happening in the brain of the woman. Like, what's this? What's going
on? That's almost everyone. That's almost every guy that I know.
Really?
Yeah, it's almost every guy that I know, including my dad. So as my dad got into his 60s, he was very expressive,
Which was a change for him.
Which was a change for him. I suppose, look, he had been married for 40 plus years. Then they got married young.
Brave ones, though, that generation.
Hey, guys, no, I have 7 siblings. Seven.
Brave ones, that generation. They made the thing.
They made the thing.
They made the pots.
They made the pots, right?
Yeah.
So, as I said, I've seen it even at home where my mom couldn't receive it in the same
way she would give it.
Way he would give it,
Yeah.
In the sense of my dad would have soft moments.
Yeah.
The mom was like, "What you doing?
What's this?"
That's
wild. But I've been your mom, is all I'm saying. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so now that we're letting you guys feel your feelings and express your feelings, let me not say letting. We're not letting, guys. We are accepting the fact that they are here now at the beginning of this journey. What else are you guys doing to take care of yourselves? I'm not talking mental health, I'm just talking physically, because I always have this gripe about men should shave, men should, go to the spa. Yeah. Why are men not doing their nails? And I'm not trying to womanify men. I'm just trying to make it okay that if they want to do these things, it's okay.
I know exactly what you're saying. So for the first time ever, I went, did my nails. It was such a nice experience.
Really?
I wanted to wear sandals and do this all the time.
Did you go to Sorbet Man, or you went to a salon somewhere?
I went to a salon here.
Oh, that's fantastic.
In town, so that was nice.
What was it? Was it just like
No, yeah.
Did you?
I don't know what it's called. Mani Pedi.
Yeah.
Yona Leo.
You did the thing. Oh, that's fantastic. And it felt good? Did they put the nail gloss?
Yeah, they put the clear gloss. Then for some weeks, my nails were amazing. They looked amazing.
Did you get responses from the female compadres more, giving you attention about your hands on your nails?
Hey, son. It was,
It was an overload. You nearly got into trouble, I'm sure.
I nearly got into trouble. I didn't know nails can just change.
Yeah, I know this. Shout out to Blue. Shout out to Tabisa, my friend who does his nails consistently. And I knew that, if I'm reacting like this to this, it must be wild in the streets, when he was like, oh my God, your nails are so clean, your nails are so shiny. Rah, rah, rah. That's beautiful.
Cool. We won't go deep. We're
please.
going deep. Very, very, very deep. Like you asked me earlier about the espresso machine. And I said I got it as a wedding gift, and we did. But
I have a wing while he.
Yeah. But the person who got us that machine, unfortunately, this year in June, unalived himself. Right.
Yeah. I gotta put this down because it just got heavy.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the deal?
We're getting there.
Okay.
So also, with my own father, he also unalived himself.
Oh shit.
Right. I was so numb to it. I remember getting the call. I was driving to work. It's that time we still work at the commissioner.
We used to work there.
Yeah. I was driving to work, and they were building Mall of Africa at that time.
Wow.
So as I'm driving on Allendale Road, I get this call, and they're like, "Your dad has unalived himself." I'm like, "Okay." Then I hung up, and I drove to work. Got to work. Then I worked. Then around
You worked
then
that day?
Yeah, that day. Then around 9, I'm like, let me call this guy. This is a joke. Phone goes to voicemail. I'm like, did he really unalive himself? So now I'm calling my older brother. I'm like, yeah.
Your older brother is the person who called you when you were going to work?
No. My neighbor.
Somebody
did.
else.
My neighbor did.
Wow. Okay.
And she was not. I love her. Love her to bits. She was not
together in that moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's just like.
She was hysterical. Poor thing. Which she should be. Okay. So you get to work. You work for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then you're like, no, wait. Let me do this.
I mean, like, did he really unalive himself? Like, yeah. I'm like, where are you guys? And like, we're here by the line, clothing line. And my dad and I had put up those clothing lines. Wow. So I know they were solid. I'm like, did he? I was like, yeah. I'm like, why didn't you call me? I'm like, well, you can't answer that now.
Did you ask your brother this question?
Yeah.
Why would you ask that question? It's such a...
Because whenever
there's 7 children. Why do you think he would call you?
Listen to my name. My name is C. Pumze, right?
Which means?
Give us rest, give us a break, give us a breakthrough.
Okay.
So everyone always relied on me.
You were that kid?
Still are.
Ooh, I'm gonna need another video for that because that's another whole episode.
So like African names carry a lot of weight.
I know.
Right.
I know.
When you are the light. That's why you're obsessed with the light.
I am.
So I was more mad at him that he didn't tell me.
Not reaching out.
Versus
the fact that this has happened.
I never cried once.
That is wild.
Never cried once. Until I went back to his grave, and I was the only one who went and put the sword on
top. This is day of funeral, post funeral.
Day of funeral later.
Much later.
Yeah.
So you go through the rigmarole of getting from Joburg, getting home, doing all the work that needs to be done in preparation, going through the funeral day, and then when you are alone with him and you remember that Gikwatele.
Yeah. So now I understand, but it's also a very selfish thing. Don't do it, James. Just don't. I'm
gonna be a devil's advocate because I think it's so easy for us who are in the state, and because humans, one thing we will never understand or deal with or be able to cope with is loss. So I know that it's easy for us on the other end to say it's so selfish for you to do this, but
we
don't know what people are doing.
I never took it as selfish of him.
Yeah.
As I said, I expected my dad to call me because he would always do.
Or something he'd done before.
It's something he'd done before. He's like, dude, I can't deal with this.
Really?
What do we do?
You had that kind of relationship with your dad?
I'm like, what do we do?
Man,
like, okay, this is what we do.
I envy that.
I used to call him a trust fund baby. because no, like literally, because when my dad was alive, we set up a trust for him. I was like, this is for you.
Nice.
When you retire, you're gonna get X amount, you get your government pension, but this is your trust.
Okay.
So I had set up a trust for him. So we'd laugh. He's like, yeah, you're a trust fund baby. That's why you saw.
Now, that's why he was soft then.
Then.
Actually, maybe setting up that trust was what allowed him to. So he was like, wait, they love me like this? Let me unburden myself and give my soft era. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay.
So there was that. And that's where I understood that sometimes we carry a lot. There are expectations as men.
That was my next segment, but go since you've already opened that door. But wait, okay, carry on. I'll go back to it.
No, it's fine. The expectations, men. They are. Let me say this differently. They are women that expect things.
Yeah, my literal question around the expectations was, what is your experience with societal expectations? Be it on you, your friends, your father, whoever that you saw and you were just like, this is a lot.
And some of those expectations,
or some that you thought, okay,
valid.
realistic.
They're valid. They're valid.
Okay.
Like some
yeah.
expect. Yeah. Like for example, they ask you, they say, what are you bringing to the table?
The way I hate that question, but carry on.
Prove to us you can provide for our daughter. So that's what Lobola is. Not someone's retirement plan. It is not a retirement plan, guys. It is not. It is not. Prove to us what you can provide to her. Then you are there with your 100,000, with the 200,000. You are proving, I can make this money.
I can provide.
I can provide.
I can provide security for them, shelter.
I can provide security. I can provide shelter, and
yeah.
And then they say, okay, we can now take our daughter. But, like in the culture culture, say, don't pay the full amount.
Yes, but Mufasa I would say
don't pay the full amount. Because why? Like, my wife's sisters come, they stay. Book, but I know, flying to Joburg, Sentin, whatever.
I've got things to do there.
I've got things to do there. Years a lap. And that's fine. And I like that.
It's beautiful. That's what we do to build relationships, create that connection. But it is at a cost.
Yes, it is at a cost.
That's the reality.
The reality, they know that. They know that.
Yeah.
And that's where you come in as a man. That have gone out for the hunt. The hunt never stops, guys. The hunt is different.
Can you just say that again? Like, the hunt never stops, because I swear, I think because of who I am, I've engaged men that think the hunt stops.
No.
Because
never.
I am a huntress, even me. It cannot. Not on your side. I have the luxury of the hunt stopping.
Yes.
But you do not. Unfortunately.
The hunt never stops.
Yeah.
Whether you're in the corporate, whether you want a promotion,
whether you're an entrepreneur,
whether
you're a tenderpreneur,
the hunt never stops.
Yeah.
The hunt is relentless.
Is that a bad thing that we put on men? Because
no, it's not.
Is it not?
It's our rule. Like,
no, wait. Let me finish my question. I'm asking this because we're living in a world where we also go and gather. You know?
Yeah.
You guys hunt, we gather. So we gather what we can, and then we come home and we create a space for us to live and build together. So why must your hunt not stop, whereas mine is also, like, I have a little hustle, so
it's different.
Go.
It's different because if you are honest with yourself,
yeah,
right? If you are honest with yourself as a man, if you are honest, then you sit down, you sit at the corner of your bed, and then you say to yourself, what am I supposed to do? What am I relentlessly doing wrong? And then you will get the answer quite often.
Do men do this? the self-check-in, the self-evaluation?
We do. And then see tomorrow what?
Hey, the man has opened another chapter. Coping mechanisms. Is that it? Is that one of them? Of course it's one of them, but like for real. I'm hoping that more men are open to back to self-care, to doing other things, because it doesn't have to be necessarily therapy and the traditional therapy. It doesn't have to be I have my best friend to vent to. It can be so many things. Sports. A lot of people have taken up running, cycling, swimming, but it can be a myriad of things. Making time for yourself to create, because we all know that's good for you. Just make a room. Most men have a man cave. They put a pool table and their PS5. Do that. And if not, in your creative, have a room where you can create things. What's your coping mechanism, if I may? Except for the one we're doing now.
Yeah. I write.
Really?
Yeah, I write. I started writing when 1999. I'm old.
When the world was about to end, you were like, "Yeah, it's going to end. Let me put something down."
Yeah. So I write. I write quite a bit.
That's wild. Do you journal or do you write? Creative writing?
I do creative writing. I do.
Wild. Do you have a poem you can spit about quickly?
Yeah. It's called My Small World.
Floor's yours. Floor is yours. I didn't even know this about you. Guys, what's Fishela? Huh?
It's called My Small World. So back in the day, there used to be a show. Used to play at 3:00 every day called Take 5 on SABC.
Now we know how young he is.
So it featured there.
Did you go on TV to recite?
No. I sent it, then someone read it.
Oh man, it would be so cool to find it. I was gonna find it on the internet. Okay.
One of the ones. I think the third line. It's called I'm a prince of a prison, but a king of nothing.
I'm a prince of a
prison.
Yes.
But a king of nothing.
I don't know how to feel. That's heavy. How old were you when you wrote this?
I went to school relatively young.
I'm a prima.
Yeah. No, like, okay, this is what happened. So back then in the late 80s.
Back then in the 1800s.
Yeah. So I think
this makes sense for me, knowing you, knowing the things that I know about you and the level of nerd you are. This makes absolute sense for me. That you have such a hunger for knowledge, and you're very, very, very open-minded, and which is beautiful qualities. Okay, so wait, you know what? We skipped past you allowing yourself to grieve, or literally let your grief out for your dad. Who helped you through that process?
Oh, for the first time in my life, I was like coaching. Why cares?
You lie. That's crazy.
But I again. So this is how I've always, not always, but this is how I gauge myself. Right. Okay, cool. Ekaya. So in the Xhosa culture, some Xhosa people, it's like kuko intladi ekaya.
In it?
Intladi, the person who
kwazas the animal. Okay.
Right.
You.
I'm that person.
Yeah.
I have older
siblings, but you were the quazing.
So this is how I rationalize it. In my mind, I said, I'm the older soul.
Okay. It could be.
Yeah, I'm the older soul.
The elders know these things.
Yes, I'm the older soul.
Who chooses Uguti who becomes Inhlabi?
No, the family chose, but they looked, again, I said, I have 7 siblings. They looked at my whole family, they're like, that one.
Yeah, but also it's not a whim decision. They base it on
not a whim
what
decision.
They see,
Yes.
what you can do.
I have 4 older brothers.
4.
But they were like, who's Wakalalu?
Oh, also, it's not really about being squeamish. It's just who can do it best and who's best qualified for that role, right?
Yes. No, like as I said.
So, our elders, they go HR, I think.
Like, who can shut up? Sometimes.
Oh, yes, because there's a whole process also that you must go through before.
Just, like, we make it cute now. We say, I make moves in silence. It's always been a thing. Shut up. Tula.
I'm only learning these things now, honestly. I slightly feel late to the game, but my therapist always says, give myself grace. So, where you really don't have to share everything about everything, And it's such a beautiful, empowering thing that I have things that are just mine. And so also my failures, my struggles through these things, it's just between me and my most intimate circle where I can cry to my mom and my dad or my best friend about it and be like, yo, Gunzim, again, you get it, dog. But then I go back and I continue. That's beautiful. Okay.
So, like, I have friends who are like, I know, I'm checking in at Akeso and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, go. Because one of my very good friends is going through it. He was like, dude, I'm like, do you know the emotional damage that you do when you take off the ring and you say,
fuck it.
Sorry, nude.
They say divorce or that type of breakup is one of the most stressful things you can do. They say loss of a parent or spouse, divorce, and moving house are the most stressful things a person can endure. I don't know about moving house. I've moved like 15 times in my life. And I'm good. I'm kidding. Don't measure yourselves against me. I have the skin of a crocodile.
I still love Midrand. Yo, I love Midrand.
And you know when you said you were driving past Mall of Africa, I was just like, yo, Ghana. Back then.
I love Midrand. Yo, I love Midrand.
We all know Midrand is for white. We know the fridge with the one onion in the water. Midrand, what's up? Okay, so your coping mechanisms you spoke about, the one thing. What else? What helped you through the grief?
Then.
Yeah.
Look now, I'm fat. But then.
You're actually not. I've seen you bigger than this.
Yeah. No, I'm losing.
Yeah.
So, I used to gym a lot. I used to run, cycle.
Oh yes, there was
swim.
a time where some of your shirts were just so tight in the office.
Yeah.
I just be like, this is not cool anymore.
Yeah. I used to gym, run, cycle, weights.
The whole thing. You're doing too much, my guy.
I was doing too much.
You're doing too much.
Still have I married a bike there in the storage.
Physical exercise will change your life, man. It's wild.
So I used to do that, and eventually, at some point, I found my comedic voice.
Hey, yeah. I remember these days. This was so fun.
I found my comedic voice, so I used to say my thoughts out loud. So remember, I used to write.
Yes.
And then I took them on stage.
Multiple times we had to go.
Yeah.
To see his thoughts on stage.
So expressing my thoughts on stage.
Do you have clips of you being on stage?
Yeah, I'll send you that.
Oh God, I'd love to insert like little bits of.
Yeah. I'll share.
Watch my friend slay on stage. That's dope. That's dope.
So that was cool.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So earlier I was slashing you to say you're a friend, brother, son, all these beautiful things. If you're comfortable, let's get into you being a lover and a partner.
Yeah.
Okay. So how are you different now as a partner than you were maybe 5-7 years ago?
I could do better.
Who could do better? You now or
me,
you?
Me now. I can do better.
Wait, so you're saying you were a better lover and a friend to your partner 7 years ago?
Yeah.
Really?
I was.
What's keeping you from being this better person now?
I
lover.
This is so wrong. But I think because of the financial muscle, I've become an ass.
What he spoke about earlier, please refer to find the minutes where he said, just because you're making more money doesn't mean you can.
Yeah.
You think so? You have evaluated your actions and I'm sorry if I'm prying, but has she said something?
No, I can see it. I can see it.
You can see your own behavior. You're like, I love that you self-evaluate. That's a beautiful, non-rewarded characteristic, and I don't think it should be rewarded because I think it should be something that we all do anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So I should. It's a responsibility I took up. I should provide for my kids. I should pay the school fees. I should do all these things. Am I an ass? Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, one question, just jumping back to social pressures for you guys before we go back to the lover part. I have a friend who has a child. The child is a year and a couple of months, if not two. And he has this mindset that he'll be more involved in the child's life. They're not together with the mother. He'll be more involved with the child once the child is a bit more grown and they can talk and I fucking hate that. I don't think it's something where men should get to choose. This is a non-talking, non-expressive child. What can I do? What value can I add? What are your thoughts on that?
Even in those arrangements, you should never forego your duty as a father. Being a father is a privilege. One, not everyone can get a child. Two, having that child was it a mistake? Definitely
not a mistake in this part. He brutally told me that he wanted a child, made a child. But now he's uninvolved and it grates me. It's one of the things that just makes me like.
So I saw an interesting video the other day whereby they showed the point of inception. That actually the womb lights up. So it could have been the chemical reaction of the sperm hitting the egg, but it literally lights up. There's a boom. Right?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna find this clip on that movie. I think it's Don't Be a Menace in South Central or Boys in the Hood, one of those classics where the girl gets pregnant and I think it's Marlene Wayans who impregnates her. As soon as, and she's got like 15 kids, different baby daddies. As soon as they have sex and he comes, she says, I'm pregnant. So it's that moment of that lighting up. You know in your body.
It lights up. It lights up.
So you're saying that he can't then have an experience like that.
You have no right. You have no right to, as a man. I believe that. You have no right to deny
or forgo or be like, I'll join you guys
later. Everyone deserves a father. Parenting is changing the nappies. I will send you a clip of this.
Please.
It's changing the nappies. It's you waking up at 5 a.m. It's you.
When you say parenting ayomali, you mean that parenting is not just the money.
It's not just the money.
Yeah, because that's the excuse I get. But I send them money, or I go check on them, or I buy the clothes.
That's the thing.
It's not about that.
No,
it's
that's
the time spent and the hands-on work that needs to be there.
Yes.
And never mind the hands-on work. It's also shaping this human being by them seeing you being you, because we learn ngokubona, right, as children. So I think it's unforgivable.
It is. It is absolutely unforgivable. If you say no,
but you made a child.
You made a child.
You don't have to be friends with the parents. Exactly.
Wena awungeni indawo kuntabiseng nobombake.
Yeka untabiseng. Focus on the offspring. Okay, back to the lover thing. Is sex the most important thing to men?
I'll tell you what sex is for a lot of us. Sex is acceptance. Sex is relatively forgiveness. Sex is
connection.
Approval.
That's wow.
Sex is trust. Because without a condom, right? And this person needs to trust you.
Yeah.
So sex is all of those things, and when it's withheld, then someone is controlling all of those dimensions in the relationship.
That's what it is for men. For men, let's be specific.
For men, for men. Like,
shoot, I'd never thought of it like that. Like that, if I withhold sex, it feels like that's what I'm saying to you. I'm saying, I don't trust you. I don't want to connect with you. I don't. What was the other thing?
Yeah, it's not even love. It's not even love. It's trust. It's connection. It's forgiveness. It's acceptance.
Yeah, that's powerful.
There's no love. Tina asked me love. Tina asked me respect.
Yeah, I question mark on the respect thing because I hate how men want to take on the respect thing as if it's specifically for them. Like, that's what they need. Okay, maybe y'all need it more than we do, but I swear to God, we need it also. Yeah. Like, I just think we downplay how much we need it.
Yeah, no, but it also goes like, again, with the trust where our ambanga outside. So I trust that. I know that you respected me enough not
out there to come back in. Yeah. Whew, okay. Thank you for answering that quick. Okay. So I've heard this nonsense where men say like, okay, first, is blue balls a thing? Like
it is. Ooh.
Like Gazini. Honestly. Okay, is it so?
I said that.
Seriously. Okay, also like we're not talking 1 or 2 days of no sex. Suddenly you guys can walk.
No.
Because I've had drama where guys are just like, yo, oh my God, I need to offload. And I'm just like,
nah.
What?
It's not like that.
This is not my problem.
It's not like that. It's mostly when there's a
when you're aroused to a point, and
then there's a prospect that doesn't happen. Like,
damn,
should I just knock this off myself, or like, nah.
Okay, so it's not I've gone a month or a week and then suddenly I'm laying on the couch and because I'm good.
I can't go a month.
A month, what is
the kitchen?
Guys, you can go a month. Guys, for November in 2025, let's do something. The men are gonna kill me.
No.
Okay.
No,
okay. Okay, since y'all claim
1 kilo, Angie.
It's on.
Hello.
Hello, what's that? Something.
You even 1 kilo, Angie.
Wow. Okay, so since y'all are saying this thing is important, this acceptance,
it is.
This connection, this I showing you that I trust you thing. Why do y'all then not flee temptation when temptation is, the Bible says,
I know.
Flee from temptation.
I know.
It's I swear, it's like guys put themselves in these situations so they can be like, but what was I supposed to do, babes? Baby code.
Hoes in the lobby.
Can I say something completely honest? We don't care. We could sleep with a hole in the wall.
Why? Because the need to fulfill that is so important, or because just men are simpletons?
We are simple in that. A hole in the wall. Okay, cool. So
American Pie is ready.
Yeah, like, okay. Okay, cool. Let me paint you a picture. So today, what time is it? 5. Today, there are ladies that are gonna go out somewhere, Mabone, Hillborough, and stand on the street.
Right? Yes, because it's a warm, beautiful day.
It's a warm, beautiful day. We don't see their faces.
Damn.
We just...
You see what you need to see.
I just need to
do what I need to do.
Some minutes later, done.
It's done. Wild. Okay, so I don't know now if this is saying blue balls is real or it's a mental situation.
No. It's real physically. You are riled up, but it doesn't happen. So you go somewhere that you know.
I don't know how to ask these two questions around this because I'm tempted. Where women are brave enough to approach men now, and we do.
Oh yeah.
How do you guys?
I get that.
How do you, first answer this two part? How do you feel about being approached, and how do you feel about being sexualized?
I'm okay. I'm okay with both.
Okay. How do your friends feel about this?
No, look, it happens sometimes. You know, like say, men cheat. Even there's no man standing there scanning anyone. Yeah, when they cheat. Oh, this there's a woman.
Please, the women are victims of cheating.
No,
they are never. Please,
no.
I refuse.
No,
Yeah?
no. There's a person there.
Yeah.
Right. So it happens. Right. So someone sees you, they feel your energy, and they're like, "Hey, how you doing?
This is a nice
Sharp.
person. There's a vibe
There's
here.
a nice person. There's a
They
vibe.
want to pursue the vibe.
They want to pursue the vibe." Then I'm like, "Huh?" They're like, "No." I'm like, "You're already saying it now." It's like, "Yeah." So feeling pursued, it's good. It's good for our egos. We all have egos.
Come sit here. You don't want to?
Is a bonus? Is a
okay? You're in the shot already. You might as well come sit here.
Is a bonus?
Don't think it's everybody. I've had men who don't enjoy when a woman approaches.
Nah, they're lying.
Really? Really?
They are lying. I will tell you now. No
okay, it's interesting.
They are lying. Let me tell you why they're lying.
Okay.
Even if you don't take up the pursuit,
yeah,
you enjoy the moment.
That attention.
That attention.
Yeah. That feels good for you?
Yeah.
I can't tell you nothing. And it's just like, hey, don't tell me. I know that thing. Feels good.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good.
What does it feel like? It feels like being seen?
It feels like being seen. It feels like there's acceptance. But then
being also desired also.
Being desired.
Must feel good.
Yeah, you feel good. You feel you know, like even in the coffee shop, I don't take me coffee. Don't worry. I'm like, okay.
You've been bought coffee?
Yeah.
Okay. Sisters with a swiping power. I like it. Okay. So are men used to being approached now?
I am.
He's trying to say something, ladies. You hear the subliminal?
I am.
Yeah.
But it happens to everyone. That's why I was like, what's going on? Yeah.
Can I ask you, was there a point where you couldn't see when a woman was flirting with you? Maybe when you were
younger. There was.
Because I've had to teach my ex that when a woman does this, she wants you. Because for a long time, we were very subtle. Now we're very brazen about it. We don't have time to be like, can he pick up my signals? We also learned that men don't take hints very well.
Yeah.
So we are just like, hey, you know. So
it's easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Was there a time where you couldn't pick up the signals?
Yeah, there was. Also, it was a confidence thing.
You think so?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah. Well, you didn't believe they could want me. Really? Were you this guy?
Hey, dude, I've always been the guy with the glasses, and I'm like, no, this can't be.
That's so weird.
This can't be. I'm 40 years old now.
You look 23.
Thank you. So I'm 40 years old now, and then when I was 10, that's when the glasses came on. I was like, this can't be. So there's always that.
Right, I got you.
I was like,
that's wild. No. That's wild. Okay. So you said when I asked about being sexualized, you said generally men don't mind.
We don't mind.
Really? I mean, there's a point where I think I might get a different answer to a different age group, because I'm thinking about the Jada and August Alsina situation where if I'm 40, if I date a 24-year-old, or if I even have a fling with a 24-year-old, society is going to treat me like I'm treating this human being as a appendage who's attached to a body versus a body who has an appendage that I sometimes like. But, I don't know. Do you think all men? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the men don't mind being sexualized. I know. I don't think all men feel this way. We've got a guest now.
We got a guest now. So
Yes.
what I wanted to say about, I love this book. It's by Ryan Holiday. It's called Ego is the Enemy.
Is he South African, American?
I think he's American.
Okay.
But I love this book. I love this book. I recommend it for anyone.
Men specifically or everybody?
Men specifically, because we carry our egos. Our egos are our thing, where we identify ourselves with.
The ego needs attention.
Yeah, look, in the coastal culture, I don't have a name. My name is my clan, right?
Yeah.
So I go out and say, can't think of. Then I'll tell you my name. Right. So ego is not a bad thing.
Yes.
So women flirting with us it strikes our ego. We love it. We love it.
Right.
But ni plant and kalanga ushela so.
We have no game. Apparently we have no game. No, I think, okay, maybe. But I think our game has gotten better now.
Yeah.
I think. Do men talk about the changes in their body? I'm asking this because I'm 40, so I'm going through some changes. And I know that men also go through changes in their body, hormonally, physically. You know, do you guys talk about these with each other, or y'all just go through it? You just see Utem, but 3 months later with a bigger tummy, or Mang is now not gaining any more muscle, and it's like, whatever.
We don't talk about it like that. We talk about it like,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, in any way, it doesn't have to be the way women, because we will dissect, you know.
Yeah, no, we do. Though one of my best friends, my best man at my wedding, so he believes in the Muslim religion. So
beautiful.
So he was doing Ramadan and he lost a ton of weight.
So is he trying to gain it back?
No, he's not.
Is he not?
No.
He has the luxury of testosterone, so he can if he wants.
Yeah.
Just 3 minutes in the gym, he's good to go. I'm talking about the physical body because I think this is an American thing where men are scared to go to the doctor, but I don't know. Is it an African thing where men don't like going to the doctor or to the hospital? Specifically to do checkups on...
So I have a preferred doctor. So even if I go...
We
medical
all
center,
should.
And I always choose the gents.
Yeah?
It doesn't make sense. I'm like, hey, doc, I have a tiki on my balls.
Yeah. Check it out.
And then the lady's like, So, but also you must remember, in the 90s, in the 90s, the abonnés would say, come, Isa. Man, we are ponyel. Kanchani.
Really, like, I think nurses back then really did
a lady
need
touching you.
the sensitivity training that the police need is the same sensitivity training nurses need, because some nurses are cringe, like hella, just like almost vulgar, honestly, the way they treat patients. And that's another topic, actually. Like, holla at me in the comments if you want us to talk about weird treatments you've gotten at hospitals, because just the sensitivity training is zero. Okay, so do you guys have a yearly, quarterly thing that you must do?
I do it for discovery. I do it for the points.
Okay, that thing. But specifically for your reproductive health, do y'all not have a yearly thing that you must do?
No. We assume our balls work.
Just as good, right?
Good, right.
Y'all do know about prostate cancer, right?
Certainly.
I'm asking this because I believe at a certain age, I should have done my research about this. At a certain age, men need to get checked at least once a year.
Yes, we should.
But here we are shooting and not saying we do.
No.
I wonder what the reluctance
it's a sign of weakness.
Really?
It's a sign of weakness if you're not strong enough.
But that's not strength. It's a cancer that happens because we're not taking care of that part of our body.
We're weak. We're weak.
Yeah. You see, that's what I wanted to ask about earlier, to say, how important is sex. I think the attachment to men identifying themselves with their virility and their sexual ability, that identity thing, like, is this an ego thing, or is it just a big part of our identity?
It's all of the above.
May it work even if it
My seventh.
God damn.
Damn.
All of it. It is intertwined into one.
Dude, look. And there was a whole thing. Okay, so
can baby boy swim? I just need to know if I need to stay ready.
You can swim. Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah. So like for example, as an class, we make a whole helele. Apho we say nano yentabeni.
Do you remember what you said after school? Like basically indaba yentabeni ukuthi what the lessons are that you learn when you go there.
Yeah. We can go there again. So always consistently, the lessons have always been resilience, first and foremost. Right.
Yeah, I think what I got tangled up in or didn't clearly understand before my phone died was, what did you mean by the promise to yourself? When money and tabeni as men, what do you?
So the promise to self is it's not a secret. You get voided of many things, including water.
Word?
Basic water. I'm like, no. But again, this is when you need to get in yourself.
Yeah.
This is when you need to get in and understand yourself. Right. So you don't put on that white paint for decoration.
Yeah, what's it for? Mosquito repellent?
No.
I'm only saying that.
No. But it's to be seen. But most importantly, you need to see yourself as well. You
That's powerful.
You need to get within yourself, see yourself, and then see yourself through things. So, what is the role of a man? Super weak.
That's wild, considering that apparently our generation of parents are raising weak children, weak male children, and you're saying the role of a man is super weak.
Super weak.
Heaven.
Because the thing needs to be taken. The thing needs to be seized.
And by you.
And the thing needs to be led.
What's the thing?
Whatever the
challenge.
Whether you are an example to your kids, super weak. Enza.
Hectic.
Super weak.
Before the camera went off also, we were speaking about you guys and this mashed identity that you have, or the importance that you guys attach your sexuality to your identity. Like, what's up with that? Like, why is it that? Because I was trying to understand, why do you guys not go to the doctor, get checked?
It's very important. Very important.
Why isende lingachekwa kwadokotela?
I love that. Because we always assume things to be working, and it.
Yeah. As long as it's working, you assume it's fine.
As long as it's working, it's fine. Liyasenda. Lisenda umntana.
Oh my God.
Lisenda a soul. Like a whole human being. All of us. We are a result of liyasenda.
I love how we are always omitting the egg. It's like the sand did all this. Whereas, honey, the egg is half of you, and there's a whole oven that needed to bake you, and it wasn't over there. So please.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So it is important, you guys, that identity of. Do you want to check on it?
No, fine.
Okay. The sexual identity, the ability to use your tools. Do you want to go?
Yeah, I may go. Get him. Yeah.
Oh, he was crying for you.
Mm.
Oh, shoot. Okay, let's wipe his tears. Cool. I don't want them saying we're abusing children on camera.
No. Yeah. So why do we not like it? It makes us vulnerable. If umzopata, even thinking about it. No, not like
not
that.
By a stranger.
Not by a stranger.
I think it's not the parting by a stranger. I think it's the highlight of there could be something wrong. And you said earlier that knowing that there's something wrong for you guys is like a reality check. I'm not the young 23-year-old strong, I can like build a house with my friends overnight type guy.
Yeah.
So the reality of that change sets in.
Yeah. It does. It does. And it hits us in many ways. Again, I'll always go back to my dad. He's my template in terms of extreme mental health, where he said, nah, I don't want to do this anymore.
Damn.
And then
done.
Unalived himself. Where he got to now, I understand. Right? It's been over 15 years or whatever. Now I understand where he got to. I don't want to do that myself.
Or to get there.
It's a very sad place.
I think it's probably repetitive of my question about mechanisms, but are there measures you put in place for yourself to say, let me do these things to make sure I don't get there?
I go to ICAS. I go on that couch and sit and talk. There are things that I don't feel safe around saying certain people.
Yeah.
So I go there. I go and I talk my heart out.
I love that because we've spoken about men's physical external care. We've spoken about caring for your reproductive system. We've spoken about feelings, which is emotional care, but we didn't talk about the mental health, that care, because I think we ignore that muscle because it's invisible, just like we like to ignore emotional and psychological abuse because it's invisible. So I'm happy that you're saying you do the work to say, hey,
listen, I want to feel the heat.
Somebody. Okay.
So Otatabetu didn't do that. They didn't do that.
And I'm not saying that therapy is a solution for everyone. No. I'm just saying it's an option that is there.
Yes, it's an option, and people should explore it.
Yeah,
for sure. Encourage people to go speak. So there's an old saying that says you cannot solve the problem with the same brain that created it.
If you are self-aware and mature enough to accept the fact that you're part of the problem. Because some people like to externalize the problem like, linking yeah. Yes, whereas Gwenzege, and now you have to take part to say, what was my role in this thing? Okay. My last question was, what is it that you want our gender to know that you think we don't fully appreciate?
We hurt. We act like we don't, but we hurt a lot. Men are sensitive. Oh, Aisha, it's a weak thing.
I am learning this. Like men, and I told you this earlier, that I just, like, the older I get, the more I realize how, I mean, I've been told this a million times by my older male friends, Uguti, you guys are simple, but just how incredibly sensitive and vulnerable and feeling you guys are. I would argue that men probably feel deeper than women. It's just that we're more expressive of our feelings because we've been allowed to, we've been taught to, we've harnessed the emotional thing. And sometimes we get overwhelmed by our own emotions. But you guys, I feel it.
I feel it.
Dog.
I feel it.
Sizostake ukuthi ngenzeni manje because I don't know this level of feeling. Like I didn't reach this level me.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I know, Siafila. So that's the one thing I wish women would just
focus on and give more attention to say, how do you feel? And hold space for you in those moments where you feel, okay, I'm comfortable, I feel safe enough to share.
Yeah. Tina, look, the thing about so sharing mali, so
With majlis.
That does this much in terms of self-fulfillment. It does very well. It's your ego that time. Yeah, koduka of kindly kweli Uber because plan yourself kweli Uber. But we can go you feel like at a loss even.
Yeah, I've heard these where these experiences make you feel like something has been taken. It's not fulfilling. It's not an add value.
No, but kumule, imali senzayo, ne? You give a huge part of your life, right? If I go out and make X amount
on hand,
that's a part of my life.
A big chunk.
Chunk.
I'd say a third.
Yes. Yeah. So if the buyer technically 3,000, that's X amount of my
energy in life that you've Those
are my hours in life that I will never get back.
But this is something we should have spoken about, but I didn't want to get into gender war territory. That's why I wonder about this thing of provider and protector and stuff, where women still feel kind of entitled to, we say things like imali yami ngeyami, yakho ngeyethu. Like, I think that's wild. I think it's wild. But it's funny because some men actually entertain this and promote it and, pedestalize it.
It speaks to our ego.
Yes, but it's ego. Such a frivolous...
You caress us nicely.
If you're not... Also, it makes y'all feel needed.
No, we like to feel needed.
Oh, I've learned that too. Y'all love that.
Yeah.
Y'all, that's why when I had the tire battery situation, I was just like, I mean, I can change my own battery maker. It's not rocket science. But I was like, call a man so a man can feel good. That's beautiful. Okay. Thank you again for your time. Somebody wants to take over now. So I'm going to let the other man who wants to need the other man have his time with daddy. Thank you for your time. Thank you for hosting me. Thank you for... Thank you, baby.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Say bye there. Bye-bye. Say bye to the camera. Bye-bye. No. He's like, no. Bye, you guys.
And then we kept talking, left the camera on. Here goes.
All right, I think we're good. I think we covered the thing. Even in more detail now.
But most suicides are men.
Nigga, I don't know why we didn't even talk about that, because it's mental health month. Like, we just didn't talk about, because the societal pressure part was that. That's what I wanted to talk about, to say, what are you guys going through that we're not maybe paying attention to? And what can we do? Because, and the reason the suicide rate is so high for men, it's because you guys are successful at it. You guys take harder measures that are more successful. We do dumb shit like take pills and then survive. We do.
Like, oh, should I have a stomach bug?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, bizarre.
And you guys do shit like, I will do the gun, or I'll put the harness and hang myself and actually die.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Like, what are we not doing for y'all that you think? Outside of being attentive emotionally, what else can we do?
Mostly, it's a matter of we want to be heard.
Do men feel unseen now in today's generation because of the change that's happening? We're at work, we're
always
money.
felt unseen. This is what I learned from my dad. We've always felt unseen.
Really?
You were just there to serve a purpose. Buy the house, I bought it. Get the land, got it.
Get the car.
Fight the battle, I
fought it.
Get the car, got it.
Put the kid through school.
Put the kid through school. I got it. But there's no, hey, dude.
Well done on this.
Well done on this. No.
Can I help you with this?
No one says thank you to us. No one.
Do you think it's a thankless job because you're a parent, or do you think it's a thankless job, period?
It's a thankless job, period.
Damn.
Parent, it is thankless. There is no reciprocation. There's no acknowledgement of the effort.
There's no gratitude. There's no recognition.
There is no seeing that I'm there. Do you guys know how much this haunts me? There's no. I'm using haunting as a specific word, but
what haunts you? The time that you put in outside to create the space that we all share together.
Because I create the thing. I'm like, nah, it's not the thing. Then I create another thing. I'm like, nah.
You self-criticize.
Too much.
Really? I thought, can I tell you, I don't know this about men because I only, like my female friends that are close that talk to me about this, they talk about mommy guilt. I didn't know that men had something similar, which is, I think, I don't know, in your case, I would call it dad guilt, where you feel like the thing that you're creating or providing for your family isn't good enough, or it's not what they need, or it's not. Yay! I was already throwing the book. I was then gonna go pay watch paid moment. Yeah, I just didn't think that men had that.
We do.
That's wild. Can I use this content? It's seeming a bit too personal.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, cool. Because I don't want your wife watching this.
No.
Nigga, you feel ungrateful. You feel unseen by, I don't want that shit. Okay.
Mommy. Isa.
Baby, come back, please, because you're stressing daddy and auntie here.
Isa. Okay.
Okay, so thankless. I swear, this is my mind is, I'm trying to collect the pieces of my brain that are all, because I've only heard this from women where they feel like, specifically, not to say motherhood isn't satisfying, but it is an exhaustive, thankless job. And also just being a partner to men is exhausting and thankless. And you guys feel the same?
Yeah, we do.
We don't talk about this though.
We do, because it's like, I want an X amount of house. I got that. And then?
Apela, we must put furniture in the house. You can't live in a box.
Okay, cool. We'll put furniture.
So you got it. You got your Star Trek Enterprise.
I got my Star Trek Enterprise couch, but that was satisfaction for a
minute, and then on to the next thing. But that's life, I think. Hey, I think the constant need to do more, do better is what drives us as humanity. I mean, it's not entirely satisfying or fulfilling, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but sometimes I wish
there was more thank yous, more recognition.
Some engosi.
Right?
Engosi for getting us the security, engosi for
the shelter, engosi for hard work.
Dude, I work at least 12 hours a day, at least.
That's wild, because I know there's times where I text you and it was after 5 or 6 and I'm like, yo, what's up? And you're working and I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. Guys, remember working so hard. Really? Okay. This is, I hope we can receive this message.
This is a more deeper interview than the other interview.
That's why I'm trying to cut it now. So I hope we can receive this message and take it and do our own work.
Thank you. I see you, Tata. I see you. It was a lot.
We can't say Tata and then you guys go cheat on us with girls that call you dude. So no, I'm calling you dude.
We'll call you dude.
I'm kidding.
Continue.
I don't even want to talk about cheating. It's not an important subject.
Come on, friend.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. All right. Yo, there's so much editing, Lana.